Today we're diving into a practice that might be new for some of you, but it's something I consider an absolute game changer when it comes to emotional regulation, nervous system control, and keeping your mindset sharp. EFT tapping, also known as emotional freedom techniques. Now, if you've never heard of it before, EFT is a simple technique where you tap on specific acupressure points in your body while thinking about a challenge you're facing, whether it's stress, fear, overwhelm, frustration, or anything else that's interfering with your state. And I know it sounds a bit too simple, maybe even a little bit weird, but there is powerful science behind it. At the core of EFT is a simple but powerful idea. Your thoughts and emotions aren't just mental events, they're physical experiences. Every time you feel the stress in the markets, every time you hesitate before pulling a trigger on a trade or spiral after a loss, your nervous system is getting hijacked. Your amygdala, your brain's alarm center, goes off, cortisol rises, and your body shifts into fight or flight mode. Here's the problem. In trading, you need to be able to access your prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain responsible for rational decision making, strategic thinking, and staying calm under pressure. So when you're flooded with stress, you lose access to that. Your decisions become reactive, you revenge trade, you hesitate on valid setups, you panic exit too early. Sound familiar? Now this is where EFT tapping comes in. What tapping does is it sends a calming signal directly to your limbic system, the emotional part of your brain. You're literally using physical touch, like tapping on the top of your head, your temples, under your eyes, to disrupt the stress response and restore your body to a more balanced parasympathetic state. That means lower cortisol, slower breathing, and better access to your higher level thinking. Important, right? And here's what's incredible. Studies have shown that tapping can actually reduce your cortisol by up to 43% in just one session. That's huge. That's faster and more effective than most other stress relief techniques. And unlike meditation or breath work, this is something you can actually do mid-trade or even standing at your desk. So why is this especially powerful for traders? Because your performance doesn't just depend on your strategy, it depends on your state. And in high pressure environments like the market, you need tools that help you come back to your emotional center fast. Tapping is one of these tools. It helps you to regulate your nervous system on demand. It brings you back to clarity and it anchors you to your values. Remember our last session? And the more you use it, the more emotionally resilient you will become as a trader. Emotional resilience equals profit. So whether you're feeling hesitation before entering a trade, fear after a loss, or just an overall dip in confidence, this is a technique you can use in real time to reset your nervous system and get you back on the right frequency to trade well. So today I'm going to walk you through a short sequence that you can use daily or anytime you feel triggered or out of alignment with your trading psychology. So as we do this, I want you to repeat what I'm saying and I want you to copy where I'm tapping. It doesn't matter if you're tapping on the left side or the right side, but what I really want you to do is to repeat what I am saying. Don't be a passive witness. When you repeat it, you hear yourself saying these words back to you, which makes it so much more powerful, right? Let's jump in. Even though I feel stressed, tense, or uncertain about this trade, I am deeply and completely accepting myself. Even though I feel pressure to perform and I don't want to mess this up, I choose to stay grounded and in control. Even though part of me feels emotional or reactive, I'm open to the idea that I can reset and approach this calmly. Even though I feel stressed, tense, or uncertain about this trade, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feel pressure to perform and I don't want to mess this up, I choose to stay grounded and in control. Even though part of me feels emotional or reactive, I'm open to the idea that I can reset and approach this calmly. Even though I feel stressed, tense, or uncertain about this trade, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feel pressure to perform and I don't want to mess this up, I choose to stay grounded and in control. Even though part of me feels emotional or reactive, I'm open to the idea that I can reset and approach this calmly. This pressure in my body I feel tense. I don't want to make a mistake. What if I lose? What if I miss the move? I feel this fear in my chest and stomach. It's hard to stay calm in the middle of uncertainty. But I know stress doesn't help my trading decisions. I'm letting go of tension. I choose to trust myself. I am allowed to feel this, but I'm also allowed to release it. This pressure in my body I feel tense. I don't want to make a mistake. What if I lose? What if I miss the move? I feel this fear in my chest and my stomach. It's hard to stay calm in the middle of uncertainty. But I know stress doesn't help my trading decisions. I'm letting go of the tension. I choose to trust myself. I'm allowed to feel this, but also I'm allowed to release it. Placing both hands over your heart and say to yourself, I am back in my body, I am back in the present, I can trade with clarity, I can trade with confidence. Great job. So now that you've got an understanding of what EFT tapping is and how it works, let's talk about when you can actually use it. Now, this isn't something that you need to overthink. Tapping is most powerful when it just becomes part of your emotional hygiene, like brushing your teeth or checking the charts. Think of tapping as a way to clear the mental clutter and bring your nervous system back into alignment. So you can use this before the market opens to center yourself and get grounded before execution, after a loss to release frustration, guilt, or fear of repeating the mistake, when you feel hesitation or even analysis paralysis setting in, if you're spiraling into revenge trading or FOMO and need to interrupt the loop, or even at the end of the week as a way to reflect and clear any residual tension so you don't carry it into the next week's performance. The key here with anything is to make it a consistent part of your routine, not just a fix when things go wrong, but a tool that you proactively use to stay in your peak state. Now, the more often you use it, the more your nervous system learns how to calm itself faster and reliably over time. So whether it's part of your Monday morning prep or your Friday review ritual, tapping can help you stay emotionally flexible, grounded, and connected to your higher trading identity. So use it to realign with your values, your goals, and the kind of trader that you're committed to becoming. Great job today, and feel free to come back to this video whenever you need it.